Hi guys, so today I'm going to start off by doing my updated foundation routine. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that I started with is I've already washed my face and I've used the Arbonne cleansing cream. I've used the regenerating toner. I've used the renewal serum. I've also used the corrective eye cream. This to help my severely dark circles underneath my eye recently. I don't know where that's from. And then I also have my moisturizer, my restorative day cream in SPF 20. So I used the entire RE9 set for my facial care system. So I'm just going to go ahead and start by priming my face for my foundation. I'm going to be using the Arbonne primer. This is just an older bottle that they had before they came out with the brown one. And I'm just going to go ahead and start applying that to most of the product where I have my problem areas, and then just kind of spreading it throughout my face. The one thing that I really love about this product is how silky smooth it makes your face feel, not to mention the fact that it does absorb oils, which is really nice. So I've actually been doing a couple things that are a little different than my regular routine. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start off by correcting my under eye circles and like discoloration and stuff like that. The way that I'm actually going to be doing that is, instead of using the orange technique, I'm going to be using yellow. I find that when I try and do the orange technique and I apply my foundation, because my skin is yellow based, I find that it actually intensifies the orange, and I have like an orange ring around my mouth, which is so unattractive. So, or like I'll have like orange on my forehead, or like in my, like anywhere that I've corrected, and it looks really, really bad. So my tip to you is, if your skin is like, if you have that red, that deep red in your skin tone, for, you know, my chocolate girls, then go with the orange. The orange will help. The orange and the red are similar in color, so it will help correct. If you are yellow, avoid orange. Go yellow. Just use a thick yellow base or a thick yellow concealer, and that will help you. Not only will it help to basically cover up your discoloration, it'll also help you highlight as well. So it's 2 in 1. If your skin is more of a pink base, then go with the salmon corrector. That'll help you, because you're basically mixing the two tones together instead of doing a brighter tone and a darker tone, things like that. So that's just what I found. I mean, if you use the orange technique and it works for you, that's awesome. I just find that the yellow works really, really well with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the yellow from the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct, and this palette is in medium deep. So I'm gonna take the yellow and I'm just gonna really like pack it on there. And another tip that I could give to you is, if you have really dark or any fine line around your eye, use a eyeshadow primer, because it will help your concealer to stay on all day. And use a good one that you know is gonna help it stay on all day, and it'll help it from creasing, because the formula in it is for your eyelids, and your eyelids tend to get oily. So I'm just gonna really like pack it on. So I'm gonna also correct around my mouth. And on my chin. And normally colored women always have those problems. And I'm also going to correct around here. I know I'm just going to cover it up with a bronzer, but I really want my skin to be really flawless. So I know right now I look crazy, but I'm just going to go ahead and take that and I'm just going to tap it to blend in the edges. And you don't want to blend it too much because you still want it to be there to cover. And I'm just using my finger for this, like. And I'm just tapping it, right? Because you don't want to smudge it. Just tap it. I just put mine a little bit above my lid just to kind of lighten that up. I know I look crazy now, but it will all come together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my foundation. But before I do that, I do want to take care of my lips because I don't want them to be chapped or dry for my lipstick after. So I actually picked this up. This is the Tahitian Coconut Lip Therapy Set by Armand, and I have not opened this yet, so technically it is an unboxing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that apart, open the box for you guys. And the holiday set that Armand came out with this year was so tremendously cute. Like, even the boxes are cute. So it comes like this, just these two pots like this, and this one is the lip smoother and this one is the lip salve. So let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna try the lip smoother first, and I'm just gonna take this is clean. I'm just going to take the back of my eyebrow razor. I'm going to take a little bit. And I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to use my ring finger. And I'm going to scrub. And you're going to scrub until most of the sugar dissolves. And then you're just going to take a tissue. You can rinse it off if you choose to, but I'm not too picky about that. I'm just going to take a tissue and wipe it all off. And I'm going to take the lip salve. I'm going to say salve. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to use that on my lips. And this will just help moisturize while I do the rest of my makeup. A little bit does really go a long way. I just took like, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's just like the tiniest little indent in there. And my lips feel smoother already. Always make sure that when you're exfoliating your lips, you're actually exfoliating like here. Because what actually happens is that your skin tends to get really dry there because you miss it. When you put on a dark lip, it starts to crack and you can see it, and that's not what you want. So while my lips are baking and moisturizing, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my foundation. So I'm going to take the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is a medium dark, and this is in Syracuse. I've been wanting to wear this again. This is my winter color, but like summer just was too good to me and I got way too dark for it. September, now it being October and fall, I've gone back to my regular color. Sucks, but happens every year. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start by just kind of dabbing the product all over my face. Also on top of the yellow concealer. I'm just dabbing. And I put just enough on my brush to be able to cover my entire face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by patting the rest of the product on my brush underneath my eye. And I'm just kind of blotting all over. And if I need to, I'll add more, but at this point, I'll blend it out first, and then I'll see what I need from there. And you want to look up while you get underneath your eye. I know you look crazy, but it's to really help you get really in there. So I'm just going to take a little bit more and put it under my under eye here. And the old technique to makeup was to do your concealer first. But the new way that I've been doing it lately that I've really liked is to do my concealer first with the yellow. And now I'm just blending this down here. And ladies, don't forget to get underneath your nose, because there are a lot of people that I see who have foundation all over their face except for underneath their nose here. And it's not a nice look when you can tell. And around, just to make sure I don't happen to have any visible lines, any harsh lines. So looking at me now, you can definitely tell that there is a highlight coming, and it looks like it's like that highlight within. And I really like that about the technique that I'm doing right now. Now that I've done that, what I'm actually going to do is before I start on my powder, I'm going to spray my face with the Scandinavia Makeup Primer Spray. I'm just going to give that a little shake. This is just a little travel size bottle. Yeah, and I'm going to spray that all over my face. And I'm going to let that set for a minute. And then once that's set, I'm going to go in with my powder. So the powder that I'm going to use is a little bit of a combination. So I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark. I'm also going to use the Sephora translucent powder. So I'm going to start with the translucent powder first. That I'm going to use for my under eye. Because I already look pretty bright right now for me. I'm just going to set it with a translucent powder rather than setting it with a darker powder. I want to keep this area pretty bright. Okay. So going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark, and I'm just taking this is an Arbonne facial applicator brush. This is the old one that I used to have, and I'm just gently going in a circular motion. All around my face. For setting that powder. Sorry, setting that foundation. I'm just being gentle-handed with it. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and move on to my bronzer. And the bronzer that I've been loving lately is the Arbonne bronzer. This is the only one that they have, and this is the only one that I would think that they would ever need. This bronzer looks beautiful on every skin color. It is just a beautiful, like, it's kind of like a taupey brown with shimmers and reflects of a little bit of gold and silver, which is pretty weird considering that it's a pretty neutral color. But for the people that I've actually used it on from my kit, it doesn't matter what color they are, what skin color or tone they are, this bronzer just looks beautiful. If you are interested in this bronzer, you can definitely check it out on my website that I will have the link down below. So with that, I'm just gonna take this is the Sedona Lace 850 brush, and I'm just gonna dab that in there a little bit because this thing goes a long way. So I'm just gonna make a line here. Like that. And we'll do the same on the other side because it is really pigmented. So I can get like I can pretty much do both cheeks with one little like swirl in the product, which is nice. Saves you a lot of money. And I'm just blending that out. I'm just gonna take it on the top of my forehead and underneath my chin. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my blush. So the blush that I'm actually going to be using is called Merlot, and it's just it's like a pinky plum purple color. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have yet to use it on my cheeks. I've used it in a tutorial, but I have not yet used it on my cheeks, so I'm a little excited to see how it's going to turn out. So I'm just going to take, this is the Arbonne brush, and this is the blush brush, and I've used this before in my tutorials. Fortunately, they no longer sell a brush like this, but Arbonne does have their own makeup brush set that they have recently came out with some fantastic new brushes. So I'm just going to tap off any extra and start swirling on those cheeks. And I always apply my blush in a circular motion. So I just kind of smile, find those apples, pop it in there, and start dragging it back. So when you're putting on your blush, you don't want to put a lot. You don't want to like swirl your brush in there. You just want to kind of dab it in there. These products are very, very pigmented, so give yourself just a dab. I just like that, and then I slowly start working it. Because as you guys may know, it's a lot easier to just continuously add a little bit at a time than to have a huge blob and try and remove it, right? So just a little bit. And I always work in a circular motion. That's just how I do it. Now at this point, I would put on a highlight. I'm not really feeling the highlight today. So if you were to choose to put a highlight on, all you would have to do is find the top of your cheekbone and just apply a little bit there. You can also bring it up to your temple if you choose to. I'm not a huge fan of applying a highlight during the full time. I'd rather just keep it matte. Although it does look beautiful, don't get me wrong. So the next step that I actually am going to do, I'm going to do my brows. But before I do that, I'm going to set my makeup with the Makeup in the Navia Finishing Spray. Again, this is just the travel size bottle. I'm going to shake that up and spray. And let all of the layers of product come together. From the primer to the foundation and the moisturizer underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my brows.